Hey, it's Shel Anderson from Shel's Creative Corner and Shel Anderson Designs. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I blog at shelscreativecorner.blogspot.com, and I can be reached anytime by email at andersonshel@gmail.com. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. We are going to have a play with some gorgeous new designer series paper. This is the Hydreandea Hill DSP, and this stuff is absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to get it so I can flip through it so you guys can see it. Check out all that goodness. And then there's this side as well. Actually, now that I think about it, I think I have this sheet already done up. Let me see. I think I do. Just going through my binder here to see if I have it done. No, I don't, but I have a printout sheet. There's all the DSPs in there. This is pretty muted, but I'll get this one updated with the actual papers so that you can see it. And as you can tell, this is the paper that we're using today. All right, so we are going to get started. I've used the Dandelion Wishes stamp set and the Ornate Layers dies, both from the annual catalog. And the cardstock that we're using today is Highland Heather, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Gorgeous Grape, 4 1/4 by 5.5. A piece of the Hydreandea Hill DSP, 4.5 by 3 1/8. Whisper White cardstock, 2 3/8 by 1 inch. We're going to use some of the fabulous new Gorgeous Grape ribbon and a piece of Whisper White for the inside that is 4 by 5 1/4. All right, I have all my pieces here. Here is my card base. We're going to start off right off the hop by grabbing some Tombow and putting this piece on the inside of our card. Just like so. And then I have this little leftover strip of DSP. I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and we're going to trim this down to 4 inches so that we can use that to decorate the inside of the card as well. I just want to measure that and make sure it's the right size. It is. Okay. You know how sometimes you get just a little bit too much or not quite right? All right. So now this is just going to pretty up the inside of this card with a touch of DSP. Gorgeous. All right, now we're going to work on the outside. I took the piece of Gorgeous Grape and I used the largest of the Ornate Layer framelets and I cut this out. And then I had the thought that I'm going to cut this out of the middle because nobody's going to see that anyway. So we're going to layer that on to the front of the card, and we're going to do that right now. Today's card is going to be pretty quick and simple, but I assure you, you are not going to be disappointed. It is gorgeous. And we're just going to wiggle that into place like so. All right, now we have this gorgeous DSP layer that we're going to put on the front of the card. But before I do that, I want to wrap this with some of this ribbon. And I am just going to grab my ribbon scissors and trim off a piece. And I'm going to flip this over And we are going to put this ribbon around the middle. Something to that effect. Looks good. All right, now I'll just trim off that little piece of excess. And I'm going to go back to my Tombow. I like the Tombow because it gives me that minute of wiggle room, which allows me to get it straight. And we're going to plop that in place and press that down. See, you never know that the middle was out of that. All right, we're going to set that aside for a minute, and we are going to stamp our greeting. And I'm going to change my mind on the stamp set. How's that, Mid? I'm going to trade it up for a smaller one. And I am going to use Dragonfly Garden. And I think I'm going to use For a True Friend. That way you can use this for many different occasions depending on what you write on the inside. Okay? So I'm just going to grab my Stamparatus. And I'm going to use black ink. All right, now we need to grab the stamp. There it is. Thought I was losing my marbles. Well, it appears to be well stuck to the stamp case. And I don't want to tear it, so I'll use my Take Your Pick tool. Oh, heavens. Wondered why it was giving me trouble. I had it upside down, for heaven's sakes. Yeah, I'm having a day. All right, let me see if it's straight on the line. I think so. Let's give her a whirl. Worst case scenario, we have to stamp it on the other side. Oh, looks pretty good. Good enough. Clean that up and plop that back in the case. All right, so this I'm going to put Tombow on the back and attach it to this gorgeous frame. Isn't that pretty? All right, now I am going in here and I'm going to grab the pastel pearls that coordinate with this bundle. And I think we're going to use a few of those. And I'm just going to offset this to the side just a titch because I want to put a bow there. Or maybe let's make the bow first and then make the decision. All right, ribbon, where did you go? Here you are. All right. Let's pop this off and see how we want to play this. My original thought was that I was going to put that off to the side and a bow there. But if I go like this, I could put the bow there. I think I like it centered better. I do. And I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. You can see the washi tape on the back of it. I ran it through my die cutting machine and I didn't have all the little bits out, so I put it back in and I used washi into the die and I used washi tape to hold it there. But you'll never see it once we get this down on the card. I'm going to put one in the middle too, just because I don't like a saggy middle. All right. We will pop that on there like so. And then I will grab a glue dot to put on my little bow. And we will pop that little bow right on the edge there. Oh, is that ever pretty? Pretty, pretty. Now, to finish this baby off, we are going to use a few of these gorgeous pastel pearls. And I think we're going to use, the purple ones. Let's have a look and see. Oops, wrong end. Let's just lift one of these off and just hold it here. Yes, I think we're going to go with the purple. We'll put one there and one there and another one up here. And there, my friends, is our Hydrangea Hill ornate frame card. Isn't that gorgeous? And so simple to do. Okay, that's it for today. Bye-bye for now.